Betrayal doesn't always scream. Sometimes it lives in silence, in a smile, in a hidden email, in a single payment made in secret. It's midnight. Our new house is asleep, but I'm not. The only light in the kitchen comes from the refrigerator, and I hear the ticking of the wall clock. I'm holding a mug, but the coffee inside has gone cold. All that's left is bitterness on my tongue. The smell of fresh paint still lingers in the air. It should remind me this is a new beginning. But I know this beginning is already stained by my secret. When we first moved in together, we sat in a cafe by the river in Austin. It was morning. The sunlight glittered on the water, and the air smelled of cinnamon and vanilla. Jason took my hand and said, "Money isn't just about numbers, it's about trust. Let's promise. Every decision we make together." I remember nodding so confidently. Back then I thought I could never, ever break that promise. And then I heard about the designer, a real star. I once saw her name on a magazine cover. She created those dream interiors we used to admire online, whispering to each other, one day, maybe one day. When I dialed her number, my heart was pounding in my ears. "Hi, this is Mia." My voice shook. She answered calmly, almost smiling through the phone. "Yes, I can take on your project. The deposit is $8,000. I froze. That was our savings. Our safe for the future. But my fingers typed in the car numbers anyway. One final click. Done. Ever since that moment, every day feels like a test. I hear Jason in his office, clicking through accounts. Every single click of his mouse feels like a shock running through me. I see him glance at his phone and panic. What if an email from the designer pops up right now? Sometimes I pretend to read a book, but in reality, I just stare at the same line over and over again. My mind whispers only one thing. He'll find out. Today. Tomorrow. Soon. One evening we were cooking dinner. I was chopping vegetables, and he put on the song we first danced to in our old apartment. "You've been so distant lately," he said, looking straight into my eyes. I swallowed hard. My throat felt dry. "No, I'm fine," I whispered. He smirked, but it wasn't playful. "Mia, when you lie, your left eyebrow goes up just a little." My stomach dropped. I turned away, pretending not to hear him. We used to talk so much about the future. He dreamed of kids, of having breakfast in this very kitchen as a family. I dreamed of a beautiful home, where every detail reflected the two of us. And somehow, somewhere along the way, I confused a dream with betrayal. At night, I hear the rain tapping on the roof. I hear the distant rumble of a train. And every sound feels like a countdown. I keep asking myself, what's worse? Telling him the truth myself, or waiting until he discovers it on his own? In my head, I see it 1,000 ways. He holds a bank statement. His face turns pale. Anger. Silence. Or no anger at all. Just that look. The one that says I'm no longer his partner. This morning an email arrived from the designer. "Your project is ready. I can come tomorrow to show the first drafts." I held my phone so tightly that my nails dug into my skin. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day of truth. That evening, Jason hugged me, his arms so warm, so safe. "You know, what I love about us is how open we are," he said softly. A chill shot down my spine. "Yeah, me too," I whispered. But in my head, I was screaming, "If only you knew." And I know what you're all thinking. Why don't you just tell him? And I honestly don't know. I'm more afraid of his disappointment than anything else in this world. I'm terrified that one choice, one secret, has already poisoned everything we've built. And so I ask myself, was I right to secretly spend our money behind my husband's back? Maybe when he sees the design, he'll smile and say, "You did this for us." Or maybe he'll look at me in a way that says, "You're not my partner anymore." And I don't know which one would hurt more.